Ecologically speaking, sir, the rivers are said to be arteries of the planet. And dams are coronary blocks. What are we doing in name of civilization? In fact, the atmosphere for dialogue between the government and someone like you, if focused on such projects, like say floodplains, riparian zone, they are the organic bridges between the land and the river. You can compensate 5,000, 50,000 tribals. Can we compensate a river or compensate a planet? And these are the ecological issues. Because I had a dialogue with some friends who were active with Narmada. On one hand, you talk about 25,000 tribals, and the chief minister would say, I have to look after 5 crore of population, give them water and power and employment, etc., etc. So the whole argument on economic front will be easily defeated. Can we compensate the planet if these are rivers are the arteries? So these are the areas. If it is, I would like to learn from you, sir, if any such thoughts were part of the dialogue with the government. Thank you.
Of course, as you are saying, the natural course of the rivers and the floodplains and the meanders, in fact, in the river, they are all a part of ecological endowments which are very important. In the eastern part of Maharashtra, Vidarbha, they have been straightening the rivers, saying that that makes whatever, with all sorts of excuses for straightening the rivers. And in the where there were these meanders, these were sort of, as you say, partly floodplains, which had valuable economic which people use. And then there were mango orchards along the meanders. All these are now being destroyed. So the economic argument has very limited reach, as has been pointed out by Stiglitz, one of the leading economists of the world. There is natural capital, there is human capital, there is social capital, and of course there is this man-made capital. All that is being talked about is only man-made capital, and this is wrong. If you take these other capital stocks into account, then you will see much of what is done with the rivers is improper. We should now try to communicate more and more this lesson to people. And as I've written in my book also, and as I have become more and more convinced, in the modern day, with the smartphone reaching everywhere and with the facilities such as this Zoom becoming available to everybody, I have these young boys working with me in Gadgil district, old people. Now they can link with other tribals throughout Maharashtra, and they are organizing such meetings, talking to each other, which was never possible. And they now have access to a whole lot of information which they would never have been able to access earlier. More importantly, in their, not Gondi, I'm afraid, as yet, but in Marathi, which they all of them know very well. Because more and more, these smartphones have the Indian language facilities, and indeed, the statistics is that 80% of the whatever conversations that go on using the smartphone are in Marathi or Hindi or Bengali, whatever. So that kind of thing has changed. Translation from English to Marathi has become more and more effective. So people are getting equipped with knowledge and ability to organize themselves. Maybe, these other factors will slowly be grasped by people at large, and there would be a movement to broaden the argument beyond just the narrow man-made capital-based economic argument. And that's the one hope I have, and I'm quite optimistic.